I just don't even want to compete if I'm not trying to be the best. As long as I feel like I've accomplished the best physique that the most beautiful physique in my opinion, that's all that really matters. And I just feel like that physique that's in my head that I know I can achieve, I think that can be one of the best. So why not, keep going, you know what I'm saying? I started out fighting, I started out boxing and wrestling growing up. I boxed throughout my childhood, I wrestled throughout college and high school. So it was I always took things from bodybuilding and tried to put it into my own life so I can be the best, strongest wrestler pretty much. And that's what got me into it. Well, I feel it more in my lats, like my teres major part, not the actual lats, but I'm focusing on the upper part, the teres major part. So, pretty much this muscle right here. Responsible for the V-taper for sure, especially when I have my hand on my hip. It's that teres major that's popping out right here. When I raise my arms, it's all this fullness right here. Yeah, I've always looked up to the physiques like, the Dragon Ball Z characters, just because that was my first idea of what a man should look like, you know what I'm saying? And even bodybuilding, I mean, I knew about Sean Ray and Dorian Yates and all them since, day one, as well as just through the magazines. The early 90s guys is who I really looked up to ever since I was like a little boy. So some things went down and, my wrestling career kind of ended short, after a couple years of college wrestling. So I think, I was already lifting like a bodybuilder, way before I even thought about stepping on stage. And in 2017, the men's physique division was new, and I was, looking up Jeremy Benduya on YouTube, and he was just pretty much saying how, like, all he did was believe in himself, and, like, he started out small just like everyone else, and I started off super small too. And now there's classic, you don't have to be, 300 pounds in your off season. Once I found out about the classic division, it was a wrap. I knew that's what I was meant to do. I was already preparing for it, and I didn't even know, trying to turn pro in Miami and whatever happens after that. This is all like, I've been at this for years, training the same way, like staying focused, dieting. I was doing all that way before I even thought about stepping on stage. On a daily basis, I log everything into my notepad, and it's basically just a bunch of workouts from when I first started lifting when I was 14. My wrestling coach pretty much in high school gave me a notebook, or he gave me like a sheet of different workouts like bent over row, like anything you name. And basically I just started doing like 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, stuff like that. But I've always logged everything that I do, so that's why I know kind of where I need to be, like weight-wise, when I train. Yeah, without the logbook, I don't really know where I would be as far as like strength-wise. I definitely wouldn't be as full in the areas I need to be, because I would always just go with the weight that I feel like I can do. And then you don't even remember what you did last unless you're writing it down. Your back, you see your back from the front. You see your back from the side, you see your back from the back. You know, you can't really see your chest from the back, you know what I'm saying? You can't see your abs from the back or anything like that. So your back it's you, you know, you are your back pretty much, you know. When you do a front double, you know, your lats flaring out is much more important than how tall your biceps, you know, sit up when you flex. And then especially in classic physique, when shape, you know, is the -- thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have, you know, when your waist is small, you have to have lats to create the V-taper. Without the lats, even if your waist is small, you're not gonna have that shape because it's just gonna be a small line all the way up. In my opinion, I think legs and back are the most important things because you see your legs in every angle. I know all the bullshit that I went through growing up, you know, even in middle school, even some in high school, the bullying, you know, me struggling, trying to find a place to live, and, you know, all the things that I went through over the years. I feel like it's meant for something. I don't think that I was just designed to go through all those things and just get some kind of 9-to-5 job and be average. You know, I feel like those things that I went through was for a reason, and it was preparing me to be a champion. It was preparing me to be #1 in something. I think about where I come from mainly. Every day I wake up, I know where I came from. I know what I've been through. And I'll make sure that, you know, I'll leave my mark on the sport for sure.